Hi. I am about to tell you a story about the city mouse and the country mouse. So, are you ready? Let's begin. Once upon a time, there were two mice named Max and Charlie. Max was a city mouse, and Charlie was a country mouse. They both were friends and always talked about each other's lives. Max lived in a posh apartment in the city, and Charlie lived in a small cottage in the countryside. One day, Max invited Charlie to the city to have a good time. Charlie accepted the invitation and packed his bag to go to the city. When Charlie arrived, Max showed him around the city. They went to fancy restaurants, parties, and luxurious places. Charlie was fascinated by everything he saw, but he missed his simple life in the countryside. One day, while they were having lunch in a fancy restaurant, Charlie saw a cat sneaking up behind them. Charlie knew what was about to happen and quickly ran under the table, but Max was too slow, and the cat caught him. Charlie quickly realized that living in the city was not as glamorous as it seemed, and Max realized that living in the countryside was not as boring as he thought. Charlie returned to the countryside, and Max decided to visit him. When Max arrived, he saw how happy Charlie was living in the countryside and how simple yet satisfying his life was. Max realized that there was more to life than just the luxuries of the city. Max enjoyed this simple life for a while, but he knew he had to return to the city to take care of his affairs. As Max returned to the city, he realized that he needed to find a balance between his city life and the simple life he had experienced in the countryside. Max started to incorporate some of the things he learned from Charlie into his life in the city. He started to appreciate the simple things in life and found happiness in them. Charlie also learned something from Max's visit. He realized that there was nothing wrong with wanting more out of life, and he started to explore new things in the countryside. He discovered new places and met new people, which made his life more exciting. From that day on, Max and Charlie remained good friends, and they often visited each other. They had learned that there was a world beyond their own and that exploring it can bring new experiences and new perspectives on life.